Hello, this is Bryony.
Hello.
And I'm Ian, and today we're going to show you the best way of pitching your endurance ravine tent. So first of all, we'll take out all the components out of the outer bag. One thing we'd recommend is that the tent bag, the pole bag and the peg bag can easily blow away in the wind. So tuck them all together and pop them into a pocket like your rucksack, for example. Okay, so now unroll the fabric. So now clipping all the poles together. On the ravine tent, there are 2 grey poles and 2 orange poles. The colour coding on the poles correspond with the colour coding on the pole sleeves. You'll see here we have 2 different pole sleeves, one with an orange coloured tab and one with a grey coloured tab. The orange poles obviously go into the orange sleeve and the grey ones in the grey one. Makes it really simple. Now the next important thing to note on endurance tents is that they have an open end on the pole sleeve and a closed pole socket the other end. What this means is there's only one right way of threading the pole. So you're going to take the end of the pole, locate the open end and insert it like this. You can work together as a team, helping thread the poles through the sleeves and into the closed socket this end. So now we have all the poles loosely laid in the tent. Each take a pole and push the tent into an arch shape like this. Take this end of the pole and insert into the eyelet like that. So now you have all the poles in. The next question is, whereabouts on the campsite do you want your tent? The great thing with the ravine is that you can lift the whole tent and relocate it to wherever you need to. Now we're going to peg out the tent. So we'd start with the 4 corners. Each take some pegs and start pegging. One little tip for when you peg out the tent is insert the pegs at a 45-degree angle, so the peg is leaning away from the tent. This gives the strongest anchor point. The tent also has guy lines. If the conditions require it, you can pull the guy lines out all around the tent. So there you go. And as you saw, today we pitched this tent with the inner tent already connected to the outer. That's the quickest way of putting up your tent. So now a few quick tips on how to take your tent back down. Firstly, you need to decide how you're going to carry the tent across your team. There are 2 ways in which you can carry your tent. Either you can leave the inner and outer all clipped together, or you can separate them. We would recommend you check with your group leader as to what's most appropriate. If you do decide to separate the inner from the outer, you can detach it with these connecting toggles here. Just unclip them like this. Then you can do up the door zips, but we would recommend that you leave a small section of the inner door open. This allows the air to escape from the tent when you roll it up at a later time. Here's an easy way to roll the guy line away. Just fold it loosely around your hand and slip the whole guy line into this handy little storage pocket that you'll find on all endurance tents. Next, you want to unclip all the poles. One important point is to push the poles out of the sleeve like this. Don't pull from that end, push out. Here is the best way that we'd recommend you fold up this tent back in its bag. First of all, bring the 2 porches into the main area. Now you have a rectangle shape ground sheet. Fold it into 4 like this. Squeeze the air out and think of the width of your tent bag. This needs to roll up into your tent bag, so this is the perfect width to fit into the bag. So we take the poles and we roll the tent around the poles as tightly as possible. Pegs in the top. And there you go.
Thanks, and we wish you the best in your expeditions. If you have any questions about our endurance products, please email us at sales@accesskit.co.uk or call us on 0800 310 1412.